sidelines since training camp with a sciatic nerve condition in his lower back and left leg. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
All I need is one mic.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. Let me be clear about what we're witnessing here. A textbook case of talking about communities instead of talking with them. Pedro Pizarro, president and CEO of Edison International, found time this week to sit down with the LA Times to discuss their so-called fast pay program for those impacted by the Altadena-Eaton Canyon fire. We think it is neither fast nor fair, but when we organized the community town hall, Southern California Edison first confirmed participation and then abruptly canceled. There was no time available on Mr. Pizarro's calendar for a face-to-face conversation with the individuals and families who have lost everything due to the negligence of Southern California Edison. This is not an accident. This is a choice about who deserves direct engagement and who gets managed through press statements. When you talk to the LA Times about people, you control the narrative. You get to frame the issues on your terms, with your spin, filtered through journalists who may or may not push back. But when you show up to a town hall, you face real questions from real people experiencing real problems. There's no PR buffer. There's real accountability. This pattern of being available to corporate media, but unavailable for community dialogue, sends a clear message about whose voices matter and whose don't. It's the kind of disrespect that hides behind busy schedules and prior commitments, but the community sees right through it. If these issues are important enough to discuss with the LA Times, they're important enough to discuss directly with the people living them. Anything less isn't just disrespectful, it's a fundamental failure of leadership and accountability. Mr. Pizarro says in the LA Times interview, I need to go to the supermarket in Pasadena or Altadena and be able to look people in the eye. We want to do the right thing for our community. You had a chance to look folk in the eye at our town hall meeting last week, but you didn't show up. And then we invited you for a one-on-one conversation here at the station, but you have yet to confirm. So please, please stop with the gaslighting. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley, and as always, we welcome your feedback.
She said I'm a narcissist, 'cause I don't want no parts of this. She said I'm a narcissist, 'cause I can't give my heart to this, heart to this. Narcissist, 'cause I can't give my heart to this. She said I'm a narcissist, 'cause I don't want no parts of this, parts of this. Baby do da da, baby do da 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 da, baby do da da, baby do da 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 da, baby do da da, baby do da 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 da, baby do da da, baby do da 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 da. Every time you link, it's a cold one. Every time you leave, it's a bro one. When we clash, it's the whole gun.
I almost don't want to talk because I want to listen to the song. I love that song. That's narcissist Jay French. Jay French is in the studio. He's a multi-instrumentalist. You guys don't know this, but he actually, or maybe you do know this, he's actually a director, producer, editor of his own videos. He is a member of the Grammy, what do you call it? The Grammy Academy?
Yeah, the Recording Academy.
Recording Academy.
I'm a voter and a mentor.
Voter and mentor.
Yeah.
Yep, a TED talker and a rap artist. You also become our favorite rap artist to argue with here on KBLA Talk.
Yeah, y'all is arguing with me, man. I can't. Look, y'all don't even understand. In between scenes, the whole studio be arguing. Be like, nah. Then I'm like, hey, man, I'm gonna go on record and I'm gonna go. But look, I'll let them get they licks in, and then I'll be like, I'll go back on radio. And be like, okay, I'm gonna respond here.
Yeah, you save your shots for on the air for sure. I mean, it's interesting because people argue with you on my social media all day long, and on yours, I'm sure also. Yeah,
and agree too.
And you have tons of fans. They argue. You got a lot of amen. You got a long. Yeah, I know. They talk smack about me all day. I got some people from the Bay ready to beat up your fans. Let me tell you.
For real.
Yeah, they be in my DMs. We got to find this Jay French.
I got to stop this. Stop this war. That's not what this is about.
Right. So we need a peace treaty.
Yeah, definitely.
But what they don't know is that actually off the mic we're friends.
Definitely.
Yeah, we close friends. Yeah, we're close friends. We talk. We strategize on the business. We help each other out. So you can't believe it's not that you can't believe it because we're both speaking our truth. Right. But it doesn't mean that we hate each other.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, you kidding me? I love her so much. I love you so much.
Aw. Well, the feeling is mutual.
So much.
So yeah. So I just want to clear that up because, like I said, maybe my boys from the Bay are listening. Make sure this is a conversation,
Yeah, that's all.
So recently there was a lot of brouhaha about the fact that for the first time in I don't know how many years, hip hop is not in the top 100 on the Billboard charts. And there's a lot of finger pointing, and maybe people saying, has the genre lost its mojo?
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
I'd say hip hop went back underground for just 1 second, guys, where it started. And that's what happened. It's not about that it's not being on the Billboard charts. It's never been about charting. Hip hop, the culture has never been about charting. It was never even accepted as a genre in the first place. Understand this. Like, this is the point of, like, the fact that it's not charting high right or at that particular time, because it's back up there now. But the fact that it wasn't charting so high was the fact that it's being built. You leave this culture quiet too long, it's gonna come up with something crazy. Like, that's what we do. We might have a week or two off, but trust me, something comes. You mean to tell me if J. Cole dropped today, it's not gonna go number one?
Yeah, I mean,
or Drake dropped today, it's gonna go number one immediately.
Yeah.
Without even any promo.
Well, CNN, which is ironic because they've never been the biggest hip hop supporters.
They were quick to report that, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, what they say is the headline is, "Are we living through a rap drought? Is hip hop in a sad era?" Because
hip hop we've become the prophets of this world.
You mean prophets like making money, or prophets like foretelling the future?
Like both. We become the prophets of this world. Everything is being pushed by hip hop, from Nike to every big brand you can think of has hip hop influence to make it cool. Like, you don't see any Taylor Swift meals at McDonald's. Like, it's just like we've made so much money for everybody. Like, hip hop is kind of the everybody will panic if there's a drought in hip hop. If hip hop says we're not putting any of our music out on Spotify or Apple or anything, we're going just to SoundCloud, they will panic so bad they will give us more money.
That would be wild.
It's just what it is. Like, that's the thing about it, is it's not, And then on top of that, it didn't go underground because of good things. It went underground because of war, civil war amongst it. That
you're saying there's a civil war in hip hop?
In hip hop. In hip hop itself, there's a war.
You're talking about Kendrick?
Not just Kendrick, but Kendrick was just the one to, he was just the one to kind of proliferate the whole entire situation of what was going on behind the scenes anyway. He just brought it out. He just made it. Notice that when he dissed Drake, how many other people followed him in dissing Drake.
Yeah.
From Rick Ross to BBL Drizzy to to Future, to Metro Boomin, to notice how many people came out after him, including ASAP Rocky, and like everybody started this. It's like he said something everybody wanted to say, but everybody kind of wanted the war of it too, and they all wanted the clout. They were clout chasing.
But haven't we always had civil war in hip hop in that sense? In
a clout chasing way, yes.
But what makes this different?
And this one's different because it actually affected something. Because it's crazy when we will sit and watch a black man who is considered black. I don't use them terms, but I'm gonna say in the societal. I don't believe in black and white. That's fake. It doesn't make any sense. It's not even real. It's a social construct. But let's say in the social sense, a black man is protesting against UMG, the biggest label, UMG, and then we take UMG's side. That's what just happened with Drake.
Well, people think they're taking Kendrick's side, not UMG's side.
No. They're taking UMG's side. Kendrick signed with them too. Kendrick part of the whole entire situation too. He's not independent. He's not like me. I'm what y'all think Kendrick is. I'm the person y'all think Kendrick is. I care the most about the community. I care about unity amongst people. I really meditate in real life. I really do yoga. I really am that person that he said. I'm really from the hood. I'm really from all that smoke. I've been to the penitentiary. Like, I'm really cut from the cloth y'all think Kendrick cut from me. He ain't really cut from that cloth, because you can see he's with those labels. I say no. How many labels have I turned down? I mean, I turned down Jay-Z. You talking to me? This is not a fake take on this. This is an understood take. I understand what I'm saying right now. I'm not crazy. I'm not drunk, guys. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't do any. I'm telling you now, I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I'm really like that. It's the truth, I'm just telling you. And then I don't write my rhymes. I don't do any. I'm telling you. I'm not saying all this to brag. I'm saying all this to say I'm credible at this point of view, at this particular topic about what's going on in hip hop, because I am hip hop. I'm made from hip hop. They are too. But they're made from that part about that top billing part, and it's just two parts of hip hop. There's an underground and there's a real music scene, and then there's a commercial scene.
Well, that's where you started when I asked you about hip hop not being in the top 40 on the Billboard charts for the first time in 40 years. Right. Is that we went back to the underground where we started, and saying that it wasn't really accepted by society. And I lived through that.
Right.
You
were there.
I was actually there. I watched it when the executives would say, no, they didn't want to affiliate. The no urban dictates to give them separation between themselves and so-called urban rap. I've seen all of that. But
I've watched them bet against raps like it was a fad,
and decade
as if it was
decade.
Just waiting for it to go away as a fad.
I mean, the executives at my television show used to come every season and say, time to move away from this whole rap thing, right? It's going out of style. And we never did. I mean, and that was literally decades ago. But now the way I view it, it seems like it's gone all the way into the mainstream. Right. You've got rappers or rap producers.
All the way. At one point, the whole thing was dominant. The whole charts was dominated by rap. The first time it happened was in 2009.
Right. And all of these brand deals and people working at fashion houses and it's almost like
it's still like that.
It
hasn't
all the
changed.
Way commercial. So can you go back underground after that?
I mean, you can. No,
I know there's still underground rap. Don't get me wrong.
No. Underground because times change, and you got to change with the times. So right now, those charts don't mean nothing, guys. That's what it's trying to. That's what that should tell you, is how little the charts mean as far as the influence and the impact of what this is, of what hip hop is. It doesn't mean anything to be top 40. But if we're going to look at the commercial aspect and what's going on at Billboard, because Billboard is owned by Nielsen Simon, and Nielsen Simon is part of that same group that UMG is from. They're part of that same club.
Why does that sound like a conflict of interest?
Yeah, it all is. It's a monopoly, but it's just divvied up and split up amongst a bunch of people, so it can't be called that.
Jay French is my guest, and you're welcome to call in 800-920-1580. Don't just pop off on Instagram. You can do it live on the air. I'm Dominique DePrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
A safe place to go loud. A great place for progressive politics. KBLA Talk 1580.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Imagine being a million miles away. Tremfya Kuselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit tremfya.com.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Guys, don't propose with a ring that she didn't pick out. Trust us, she already has a ring in mind. So engage with Gage Diamonds, in person or online, where Gage's skilled ring designers will work with her to create the perfect setting, matched with the perfect stone. Gage specializes in exquisite lab-grown diamonds. Financing available. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes, indeed. Jay French is here with me in the studio. He's a rap artist, a multi-instrumentalist, and now a designer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I see you're all umbrellaed down today.
Oh yeah, I have to represent because I think like umbrella doesn't just mean something as like a designer. Like this is not just a designer brand. It is a designer brand. I mean, it's a merch clothing line. It's hard to even explain. It's the first of its kind, so it's a merch clothing line because this is I want stuff that is comfortable to wear, but you feel like you're wearing something instead of just something that you can wear around the house, like a piece of merch, so it's actually designed like a clothing line, but it's merch. Umbrella stands for, it means resilience. It's a symbol of resilience. The umbrella is a symbol of preparation and solidarity, like being under the same umbrella. So when you're wearing this, you're wearing something that I think is called unity. Okay, so it's like this is something I preach all the time.
Where your unity
amongst people, black, white, or whatever, just us being American or just us being human beings. That's what this is. That's what the symbol is. I wanted to make something for us, not just something for me. Just to put my name on it.
I know Miles put me up on game that a lot of artists now make more of their money from merch than they do from concerts.
Now that's been a thing.
Really?
It's always been a thing. I mean, it's just.
Well, I know there was a time when artists.
World.
Yeah, I was going to say artists used to make money off their albums.
Yeah, but not since 2015.
Not so much.
When they made streaming legal in 2015, when Apple finally started, when Spotify got to deal with UMG, Sony, and Warner. This is when everything started to collapse when it comes to making money off records, because we were ushering ourselves slowly into a streaming world where artists got paid very little off of album sales, so they started to make more off merch.
I feel like Prince warned us about that in a way.
Yeah, Prince always talked in warnings. If you watch a Prince interview right now,
it's just a bunch of warnings.
You just see him talking in warnings. That's all he was doing.
So what does that mean? I mean, is that connected to what you're saying about the Billboard charts don't mean as much anymore?
No, they don't.
Is it because
they don't dictate anything? They don't show you what's hot in the streets.
Is it because they're manipulating the streams, or is it because? No. Well, why is that?
No, it's because of the way that the setup is, the design. It needs to the design of Nielsen Simon, which is Billboard, and all these other. The design of it needs a facelift. It needs a modernization. It's not as contemporary as it used to be. It doesn't dictate anything. It doesn't show you what's on the hearts and the minds of people. You used to be able to look on the top 10 Billboard and you can tell what people were thinking in this world.
Right.
Just by looking at that. Now you can't.
Well, where do you look now?
You look to Jay French.
Look to Jay. Okay. Is it Instagram?
I
Is it
am the
TikTok?
people. I talk what the people talk because I go out and shake these hands and kiss these babies and kiss these people. I go out and actually give that love to these people. Everywhere I go, I meet everywhere. You see me in a room, Dominique. There's not one person in the room whose hand I don't touch in that room. You know, so it's not. I talk for the people. This is what the people are feeling. The people are feeling like we need to work on our mental health. So, of course, my music is all about mental health and about getting up and self-evaluation and making sure you get up out the bed every day. You know, it's not about beef or war or anything. I'm not beefing with anyone.
Are you
but the devil.
Beefing with the devil?
That's it. I got beef. I got funk. I got smoke over there. That's it. You know, with the devil in you. You know, you bigger than this. So this is all I'm trying to tell everybody is how great they are. You know, and that's all that Jesus ever did, or Yahshua, whoever you want, whichever name you want to use. That's all that he did was try to tell everybody how great they were. You know, he walked on water, and then Peter said, man, you can walk on water. And he's like, you can too. You know, and that's what I do to everybody. They're like, man, you can play all these instruments. I'm like, you could too if you just sat down for a second and did it.
So you're taking your mission, saying people are working on their mental health right now, or whatever you're seeing as the pulse of the streets from conversations you have with people out and about.
Yeah, we're in a different age now. The age has changed. People are self-aware now.
So you don't look to social media. You don't look to charts. You look to actual
social media
interaction.
is algorithm. You could buy social media.
Yeah,
you could buy your way into having the most viral post. I could just go and put 10 grand on a post right now, and guess what? It's gonna get millions and millions. I'm gonna force it down your throat. You don't think that they do that? They have the money to do that.
Have learned that they do that.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is mold the minds of the people into thinking a certain way for their agenda. And this is what you can't erase. You can't erase what happens when they walk outside. You can say, hey, it's a war, be scared. Then they walk outside and their neighbors say, hello. You're like, that's actually reality. Yeah. Is they actually want to be friends
we
with
saw
them.
that in L.A., when we got invaded by the National Guard, and they said L.A. was burning, and we're going where?
Where? Right,
Where?
Exactly.
Where?
You can't listen to the news. You stop watching the news, people. Stop watching the damn news.
Except for KBLA, which is talk.
This ain't news.
Yeah, well, yeah.
This is more of a freedom. This is more of a freedom of expression type
yeah,
of place.
For sure that. Definitely that. B. Bell of Bad Dog Bully says LaRussell is killing the indie game. Do you agree?
I don't think he's killing it. I don't think he's killing it that bad. I think it looks better than it really feels. I'm be honest.
You mean in terms of sales?
I think he's great, but I don't love his music.
Really?
I don't think his music depicts what he's truly about all the time. I think some of his flows do. I love some of LaRussell's raps are, this dude is coming through. It's a spirit talking to him sometimes. And then on others, like he does a song with Lil Jon. I'm like, that defeats the whole purpose of what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really conducive.
So I was just going to ask you about that, because you talk about, helping people with their mental health and channeling something positive, and it's there in your music. Right. But doesn't LaRussell do that?
No, not all the time. He talks about money too much. Oh. I'm sorry. Somebody that says, if I say F you, then that's how I feel. It's like, you're trying to, it's on the same pathway. Like, I think Russell would take a deal right now. They dangled enough money in front of him. He would take it and run with it.
So far, he's resisted. Who do you like?
He ain't resisted.
He hasn't?
Nah, he just ain't being offered it.
Well, I don't know.
He ain't big enough.
I don't know.
Go look at his streams. He ain't
make
streaming
that
enough. He ain't big enough.
So who do you like? Who
do I like?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I listen to a lot of old stuff right now. I'm back to the heart of art. So everything I'm doing is at the heartbeat of what art is. I don't like Prince's music, but I like Prince's interviews. So that's what I'm watching. You'll catch me in the car listening to a Prince interview.
I love Prince's music.
I don't love Prince's music. I don't love it. I like Dove's Cry. I like 2 songs maybe by him, but I watched the video to Dove's Cry and it changed my mind on the whole song. I ain't gonna lie, he's walking naked, crawling. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm just being real. That's my preference, though. It don't have to be yours. It don't have to be yours. But I'm saying, I'm back listening to Michael Jackson. I'm back listening to James Brown. I'm back listening to Anita Baker. I'm back listening to old Jay-Z when he first came out, and the new Jay-Z. I'm back listening to Kanye West. I'm back listening to Drake because he had the formula of music of what people actually like to hear. Those notes are in there.
But isn't that formulaic?
Yes, formulaic. But at one point, he created that formula. We watched him perfect that formula.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my mind around.
Let's not act like this man is not a legend. Let's not talk about this man like he's not.
I'm not saying he's not a legend.
A legend.
Yeah, I mean,
Drake's dope. Drake's better than Kendrick.
But you're criticizing LaRussell for not being on some positive stuff all the time. Drake isn't either.
Drake was on some very positive and sensitive stuff, but at one point the world was different. We needed balance. So at this point, the balance is going to be talking about mental health and helping people get through their days. We're in a mental health crisis right now. The WHO even said it. We're having a mental health crisis. Do you know what that means? That's like saying we are in the middle of COVID, but nobody wants to wear a mask. That's the same thing. We're in a mental health crisis, so we have to watch the intake of what we're taking in. We have to watch our diet. Our diet is not just our mouth and what goes in our mouth, because we can regurgitate that if our body doesn't like it. It's what goes in our eyes, ears, nose, what we touch, what we think. That's what we have to be watching right now, is our diet.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that's where the doom scrolling thing comes in, where you can get on socials and go down the rabbit hole on the dark side.
What are we feeding these people? What are you feeding? What's in your food?
Yeah. Well,
I don't care what your name is. I'm not trying to diss LaRussell. I love LaRussell's movement. I follow LaRussell. I like all his posts. He likes my posts. I comment. He comment back. I like LaRussell. But I'm still talking real right now. It ain't about dissing nobody just because I'm speaking real. I'm telling you right now, I don't got to be at war with somebody to speak real. I'm telling you right now, what's in your food? What is in your food? I'm just keeping it real. What's in your food? What are you feeding these people? And this is, you go listen to Jay French and you listen to every track, and I bet you're gonna be fed something right. You're gonna be fed correctly, and the beat gonna slap, and the lyrics gonna hit right in your heart, right in your soul.
Point of clarity, you do produce all your own tracks.
I do.
Yeah, we got news, traffic, and sports. Then more conversation with Jay French on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. The deal to end the government shutdown includes a ban on hemp products with more than 0.4% THC. Senator Ted Cruz tried to block the ban, calling it a states' rights issue. Heather Fajo is with the Texas Cannabis Policy Center.
Advocates have an opportunity to talk to lawmakers about regulating rather than prohibiting hemp products.
Products like gummies, drinks, and lotions would be impacted. The search is on for the suspect who shot Jets cornerback Chris Boyd in Midtown Manhattan. Police released new images showing the man in black clothing and multicolored sneakers. Boyd remains hospitalized in stable condition after being shot in the stomach with the bullet lodged in his lung. And Jake Paul will fight black former heavyweight champ Anthony Joshua in Miami on December 19th. The 8-round bout streams live on Netflix. The original fight with Gervonta Tank Davis was canceled due to his legal issues. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Santa may check his list twice, but Nissan quality checks every model thousands of times. Add a Nissan to your list to save big on Rogue, Pathfinder, Frontier, and the entire award-winning lineup at the Nissan Year-End event. Shop your Southern California Nissan dealers and NissanUSA.com today.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The bad news continues for the Clippers. In addition to losing at Philadelphia Monday night 110-108, the Clippers found out that starting forward Derrick Jones will miss at least 6 weeks with a sprained right knee. Jones, injured Sunday night in Boston, is averaging a career-high 10.9 points. Kawhi Leonard also did not play Monday night. Leonard has missed 8 straight games with an ankle injury. The Clippers are 1-8 in their last 9 games. At 4-10, they have the 3rd worst record in the Western Conference. The Lakers are back in action tonight against Utah at Crypto.com. Lakers Nation is anxious to find out if LeBron will make his season debut tonight. LeBron could be cleared to play depending on how he feels after shoot-around Tuesday morning. LeBron has been sidelined since training camp with a sciatic nerve condition in his lower back and left leg. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
1 in 5 black adults ages 70 and older is living with Alzheimer's disease, or AD, and the risk is twice as high compared to white adults. But AD isn't just forgetting a name or losing track of time. Signs of early AD could be repeating questions, missing appointments, or struggling with bills and daily tasks. These things aren't a normal part of aging. Here's the good news. Treatments are available that may help if AD is diagnosed early. If you notice changes in memory or daily routines, whether in yourself or a loved one, don't wait. Early diagnosis and intervention are key to managing AD effectively. To learn more about AD and a potential treatment option, visit treatalsearly.com. That's treatalzearly.com to learn more about the signs and symptoms and a potential treatment option. This message is brought to you by AZI.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Guys, don't propose with a ring that she didn't pick out. Trust us, she already has a ring in mind. So engage with Gage Diamonds, in person or online, where Gage's skilled ring designers will work with her to create the perfect setting, matched with the perfect stone. Gage specializes in exquisite lab-grown diamonds. Financing available. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistency on low Febreze car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah, breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-729-7070. That's 1-800-729-7070. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-729-7070. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580, where hate meets a scholarly match.
Wake me up to a queen. Wake me up to a motivational meme. Wake me up to anything but a machine. Somebody saying what they mean nowadays without making it a scene nowadays. That's the dream nowadays. At the very least, outraged by things people do to be seen nowadays. But I'm smitten for you. You make a migraine go away. You make a dead tree wanna grow. You make a fall leaf wanna stay. Make a hurt player wanna play. Make a damn sinner wanna pray. Look, I'm inspired by your patience, your wisdom, you're beautiful. I'm thinking they can say what they wanna say, but I'm smitten for you.
KBLA Talk 1580. That's Jay French. Morris is in the chat talking smack. He wants to know how many albums you have and how many you've produced since you last came on the show.
I just produced one since I last came on.
Just
the show.
one?
Just one. I don't need to produce a million albums. I produce great work, not a whole bunch of mediocre work.
I mean, but it's only been like a couple months, maybe 3 months
I've
since you
released
were on
that
the show.
album,
So.
and I'm working on another one. I just scrapped the whole album. I actually put my brain around this. I'm very careful about what I do. Almost like keeping a therapist on call. So make sure you're not saying anything wrong that could feed people the wrong way, that could make people act and perform the wrong way. I'm very careful about my music. Never rush art. Never rush art. Who said that?
Morris.
Morris is out of line. What do you mean? Was he trying to be funny about that?
I don't know. It's hard with text. You don't know the tone.
Okay, I don't know his tone.
I don't know.
If he meant
but
that, if it's
but
just a question, yeah, Morris, I produced one and I'm working on another one.
And you have, what, 8 so far?
I have 8, yeah, so far. I'm working on number 9 right now.
You're talking, yeah. And you're talking about...
I don't believe in days. I don't believe in bad days, too, is the second installment of I don't believe in bad days. And that's what I'm working on right now.
But I don't believe in bad days is what we just heard, that single, Smitten.
Smitten is from that, yeah.
Is from that.
It's from I don't believe in bad days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're talking about what we feed our heads.
Yes.
You know, what we take in, not just food, but actual media, social media.
Right.
Whatever we're reading, whatever
food
we're
is everything.
Self-talk.
Everything is food. Spiritually, what are we taking in spiritually?
Mm-hmm.
And how do those beefs feed you spiritually? What do they make you think spiritually? Seriously, there's people who are like praying that Donald Trump fails just so they could say, I told you so. That's what media is feeding people. They're praying this guy fails. They're like, I told you, see? It's all, and I'm like praying that he does the right thing.
Yeah,
I'm praying that
praying
he's
that he
good.
does the right thing is good, but maybe they're praying that he fails because the agenda that they see equals their extermination. And if he fails, they don't get to be exterminated.
Not true. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying people are praying that he does the wrong thing so they can say, look, you hired the devil because I didn't vote for him. So you hired the devil. Look, you hired the devil.
I mean, look, if
you
the
fired the devil.
president suddenly, had a Ebenezer Scrooge moment and woke up and said, you know what, I do need to look out for the poor.
Nah, man.
I shouldn't eliminate SNAP.
Look.
Then
That's
I'd
not
be
what
all
I'm
for
saying.
that.
You're taking what I'm saying out of context. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. People are praying that Trump does the wrong thing so they could have an excuse to say, I told you so, or this sucks, right? No one who is really, really looking forward to everything being right now.
I am.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that's you, though. We're talking about the people.
Right.
You are one person.
So when people hear you say that,
audience, when I see the mass audience talk about Trump and talk about Kamala, whether they're on the conservative side or on the liberal side of things, which honestly they're not too much different. But two wings, one bird, same bird, right?
So I mean, yeah, people assume hearing you say, don't call me black, and right now talking about Trump and what some might interpret as a defense, even though clearly I understand what you're saying, they assume you're a MAGA guy.
Oh, no, hell no. You kidding me? Never. What is that? I'm not a part of a cult. Look, I'm not a part of a religion, but I talk about God all day, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. I'm not a part of a party, a Democratic or Republican party, but I speak about unity in politics and all kind of stuff all the time. It doesn't mean I have to be a part of any of that stuff, and I'm definitely not a MAGA. I would never be that. I could never be that. Make America great again? What does that even mean? It's never been. It's not as great as it's ever going to be. Like, we're going to keep getting better. This country is about. That's what this country is built on. Is getting better and better and better and better. And when we throw things that separate us into the mix, it stunts our growth. And one of the biggest things that ever stunted our growth is the concept of race. Racism is real, but race is fake.
Yeah.
And we know that.
I think we've had that conversation. That's where
you think we have.
I know we have. Look on my Instagram.
I've got millions of views on that conversation.
Yeah, it's our most our most viral clip ever. Yeah. But also, like you said, most divisive because there's people on there going, "Yeah, Dominique," and then there's people going, "She's a dumb idiot." And vice versa.
It doesn't matter what they say. Who cares what they say? I don't care. Do you think Jesus cared about what people said about him? Like, I don't care.
Probably not.
You think Martin Luther King cared about what people said about him? When he was trying to integrate society, and then Marcus Garvey is saying we need to go back to Africa. Like, you think people care? You shouldn't care. Stop caring. Stop caring what people say.
Was that a slam on Marcus Garvey?
No, Marcus Garvey is saying we need to go back to Africa, and then he's saying we need to integrate and build this thing that we built and keep and finish building it out. Never stop. I don't think we should abandon our duties as Americans, as people, as humans, as a community. We've built this place together. No matter from where we started from to where we're at, we built this together. We are all responsible for our freedom. We're all responsible for women getting out of women's suffrage. We're all responsible. It didn't just take one person to make something happen. It takes a community. It takes all of us to build it and to get it. I mean, at one point, I always say this, like, there's a mental slavery now, right? There's a mental slavery. But I always say white women were the last slaves. Because they had to live with those slave masters when we was gone. And they were like, go in there and get my coffee, Susan.
But some of them were the slave masters too.
No. They never ran anything. They weren't even allowed to go to school like that. You understand? They were at home getting beat. This is what women's suffrage was about in the first place. It wasn't just women's suffrage. Was Susan B. Anthony was the first person.
It was not just about voting.
It wasn't just about voting.
I know women didn't have rights, but I also know that there were quite a few women slaveholders.
No. I mean, might have been just like it was a few black slaveholders.
Very few.
Very few women too.
I think you'd be surprised.
I think you'd be surprised at how many black men own slaves.
Yeah, I think I would be. because I've read on that, and
everybody owned slaves. It was big business at the time.
Yeah, I know.
It was a survival thing
and back then too.
Yeah, and it was a survival thing. Don't forget too. It was a big survival thing. But that's a whole nother subject. This is the thing. We don't think we have time to talk about that and go and discuss that.
Yeah, that's part 10 of our conversation.
What I want to do is, and what I seek to do is to make sure people understand how free they actually are and not be caught up in the matrix of society. It left from just the news sites. Now it's on the social media. It left from just the media. Now it's on the social media, which has impeded the minds of the people who are not a part of the media. So now everyone is media. Everyone you talk to is media now.
That's true. Everybody got a camera.
Everybody got a camera on them. Everybody got an agenda.
And
everybody got something.
And they're about to go viral at your expense.
Right. So everyone's like that now. So you got to really watch what you feed in people nowadays. And it takes a strong mind to say, I'm not going to be fed anything negative. Everything's going to come back to love. Everything's going to come back to God. You think I'm preaching unity because I want to be a MAGA? Or because I want to be a Democrat? You out of your mind. I'm preaching unity because that's the right thing to do. Race is not real. There was no race in the Bible. Ethnicity, they talked about ethnicity, but they didn't use that word. Ethnicity is just where you get your ethics from. It's just as simple as beliefs or behavior or whatnot. That's why you go anywhere in the world, they call you an American. You just went to Africa and they looked at you as an American. They didn't look at you as one of them.
Well, I'm not taking the bait because we already had this conversation.
Take the bait.
Take the bait. They called me a black American.
They called you an American.
Yeah, American was in there.
They called
for
you
sure.
an American. That's what they called you. They didn't call you a black African.
They called me a beautiful
They didn't
sister.
call you. They called you a beautiful sister. They called you.
called
But you won't admit that they called you an American and they treated you like an American.
Definitely they called
Stop
me an American. They did. And I don't have a problem. I'm proud
They
to be
called
an
you
American.
now,
but I am
I'm
a black
I'm saying
American.
this,
That's all.
A lot of black people, let's be real now. A lot of black people don't want to be called American. They kind of embarrassed about it. They act like they're something different. They being sold that there's something different. We built this country on our backs. You think I'm not going to take you? Think I'm not going to get a reward for my ancestors' pain and my pain? This is our country. This is our country, not just black. This is our country. We built this together. There is no black, no white, no brown. Everybody's a shade of brown.
But you do acknowledge that 12 generations of our ancestors built a lot of the foundation of this country without pay.
Yes.
So we built it
I'm
together.
in suffering.
But my ancestors
dying for
bled and sweat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would I just give up on something that they died for?
No, I mean, we're in a concordance on that. I've always said that. I'm team stay and fight. My ancestors bled, fought, built. We earned this. So I'm not abandoning. But I also want my stake over there in the motherland. If I have an inheritance on two continents, I'll take them both.
Man,
the motherland, indeed.
Look. People would take, if they gave you land for free right now in Australia, would you turn it down?
No, but I don't.
No,
I'm
you
not
wouldn't.
moving to Australia.
I'm just saying.
Nor is it my heritage. But
man, you was over in Africa and y'all was they were trying to scam y'all the whole time.
No, we had one lady that tried to scam us out of 8 trips.
It wasn't just one lady. One lady led y'all to a whole bunch of other people who were scamming you too.
Okay, but one scam out of 8 visits. You can go to downtown LA and get scammed 8 times in one morning.
Exactly. I'm just telling you right now.
It's the same everywhere.
It don't make no difference on where you're at. It's about how people perceive you.
Okay,
if they didn't perceive you as one of them, or else they wouldn't have been trying to scam you like that.
Well, I think that's not true.
Because you would know better if you.
People will scam you in South LA, knowing you one of them, and you know that's
they will.
right.
They
They'll
will.
scam you in downtown
they
LA.
Will.
They'll
they will.
scam you in Santa Monica. They'll
will.
scam you on Park Avenue in New York.
I'm saying this, but the biggest,
whether you're one of them or not,
the biggest scam is the identity crisis. That's the biggest scam.
I don't have a crisis.
It's how they try to. Why do you keep acting like I'm talking to you about it?
Because you are talking to me.
I'm not talking about your predicament.
Gotcha.
I'm talking about the world's predicament. How do we go from talking about the state of the world to talking about you, and you keep putting your foot in these shoes? Okay, now I'm telling you right now, if the shoes don't fit, don't put them on.
But all of us only see the world through our own eyeballs. I mean, that's part of the human condition.
It is what it is. I don't just see the world through my eyeballs. I can close my eyes and see the world through your eyeballs. It's called empathy. I can see the world through your world. I can see the world through your eyes. I can walk in your shoes, which is why I sent you the text message I sent you this morning in the first place. It's because I can see the world through your eyes, and I can feel your pain. That's why when it's a natural thing that we have in our brains called a mirror.
I mean, I know that's part of the artist's role.
No. It's a natural thing that we have in our brains that's instilled in our brains called it's a mirroring technique that we have, which is why if you see someone get punched, you feel like you got punched too. You're like, oh. It's a natural part of a natural function. I'm not going to go into the scientific details, but it's a natural functioning part of our brain that can mirror someone else's predicament. We can always see, everybody has the ability to be empathetic. Everybody has it. It's a natural part of us. So I'm saying this. If I'm only focused on my point of view and never yours, or never the world's, or never never doing anything to try to help the world, what am I doing? I'm being selfish. That's not an endearing quality. So I'm saying this. What are these beefs and these wars based on? Usually they're based on selfishness and people who are uncompromisable, and that's what it. That's
and
what
money.
Well, that's why they become uncompromisable.
Yeah.
But the uncompromisable part is what's causing the war, not the money. If we're compromising about money, then there's no war, right? If we split this up 50-50, there's no war, right?
Right.
Exactly. So money ain't the problem. It's the uncompromisable part where I say I want 60 and you say you want 40.
That's the greed
and
part.
You say I want 60 and I'm like, oh man, we're screwed. You know.
Jay French is my guest. You know it's always going to be turned up when he's here. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
Find what you love what you find a Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines, guides in the know, and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Days after the Eaton fire devastated entire neighborhoods in Pasadena and Altadena, Black Freedom Fund, an organization that invests in leaders and organizations transforming black communities, established the Black LA Relief and Recovery Fund. The Black LA Relief and Recovery Fund is supporting local organizations, providing direct resources to families, and making sure that recovery reflects the needs and voices of the people who live there. For many, the journey to rebuild is just beginning, and the Black Freedom Fund is committed to being with them every step of the way. Stand with Dina. Donate by texting Black LA to the number 707070. That's Black LA to 707070. Together, we can help our neighbors rebuild their homes, lives, and hope. The Black Freedom Fund is proud to sponsor Conversation Live, Altadena Rising, with James Farr on KBLA, Talk 1580.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison. And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing it in the car during the holidays.
I do love that. We will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Everyone from 1 to 116 would love Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DePrima on First Things First.
One thing I know, he's able. Ba-da-da-da-da, one thing I know, he's able.
In a dark space with a light beam, still flying with a broke wing. What's a negative to a positive? No thing. What's a breakdown to a breakthrough? Something that'll probably make you break down and remake you. Relate to most things. What's a house to a home? What's a relative to a real friend? You ain't gotta be alone. If you didn't know, there's a difference. What you got going on means nothing if nobody gets it. What's a know-it-all to a person minding their business? Only reap what you sow. Only speak of what you want. When you're weak or when you're strong. One thing I know,
he's able.
KBLA Talk 1580. That's from your current album.
Yes, that's from I Don't Believe in Bad Days.
That's Meech singing.
Yes, that's Meech, man. Beautifully, man. This is a guy that produced for Tupac. This is a man that was with Death Row. I brought him out of retirement.
He sounds great on that.
Y'all can think all day that these other rappers are like that. But I'm going to tell you now, I brought Tupac people out of retirement on my album independently. Stop playing. I did not pay for that.
How common
he did it because he loves me.
How common is it for an independent artist to have a merch line or a line as opposed to just
this
a
is
t-shirt
a clothing
and a
line.
hoodie?
This is a clothing line.
You got tennis gear and all kinds of stuff.
All that tennis is
hockey gear, all kinds of stuff.
Everything's coming. We're rolling it out right now. It's on my website, jfrenchforever.com. But it's not. It's Umbrella is bigger than just something that is Umbrella by J French is different, man. This is what these guys really wanted to do. I didn't have to go to Louis Vuitton and get a deal over there. No, I went and got a deal with PFK, who also produced Supreme, who also produced Tyler the Creator stuff and John Deere and Ferrari and LA Dodgers and all this. They produce all that. Everything you saw from LA Dodgers just winning, all those clothes, that's PFK. And they got Umbrella by J French. These guys are incredible. Shout out to Nate, RJ. Shout out to Jordan. These guys are amazing. Amazing. Seriously. These are my partners.
jfrenchforever.com.
Yeah.
We got just about a minute here. What do you want to say?
Oh, man. Not much. I don't have to say anything. You want to sit in quiet? You want to sit in silence?
Sit in silence.
You want to meditate?
Doesn't work really well.
You want to meditate
on the
for 1 minute? You guys want to meditate with us?
We meditate every Monday, but it's a guided talk you through it meditation.
Look, man, I'm gonna say this, okay? Stop lying to yourself about what you like in this world because you think it's gonna make you more popular or make you more adequate with everybody else. The biggest fear right now is the fear of inadequacy, the fear of not fitting in. These young kids, these youngsters, and these young people, even my age and my generation, these people are the same way. Everyone has this fear of inadequacy, and it seems like they don't really believe in themselves right now. And Einstein made a quote, and he says, "Imagination is the preview to life's coming attractions." The preview. He said, "Knowledge is limited. Knowledge can get you from A to Z, but it can't get you everywhere. And imagination can get you everywhere. So it's about what you imagine before anything, right? They say we're in the image of God. That means we are the imagination of God, right?
Gonna have to leave it there, J. French.
Right.
It's time for Tavis Smiley. We're 20 seconds away.
What up, Tavis?
He's got a great show on deck for you. Like my mama used to say, history's now, and we're making it together. Until next time, one love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. The deal to end the government shutdown includes a ban on hemp products with more than 0.4% THC. Senator Ted Cruz tried to block the ban, calling it a states' rights issue. Heather Fajo is with the Texas Cannabis Policy Center.
Advocates have an opportunity to talk to lawmakers about regulating rather than prohibiting hemp products.
Products like gummies, drinks, and lotions would be impacted. The search is on for the suspect who shot Jets cornerback Chris Boyd in Midtown Manhattan. Police released new images showing the man in black clothing and multicolored sneakers. Boyd remains hospitalized in stable condition after being shot in the stomach with the bullet lodged in his lung. And Jake Paul will fight black former heavyweight